Well, hey there, welcome back to West Texas Ranch Rescue. We are picking cotton. Managed to get all of the fields picked except for this one here is the last one. I'm down here picking this one by myself. Levi has gone back up to the house. He had to take care of some business. And Mr. Bo, he is down at the dealership picking up some parts for some equipment to make some repairs. Colt is still gone on his honeymoon. He should be back later this afternoon, I believe. They're not doing a very long honeymoon. They're doing what they call mini moons. They're just going to take a few short trips instead of one long trip. Pretty neat concept. So a lot going on today, actually. We have inquired about a used slurry spreader. The slurry is building up with the cows and the hogs. Talked to Mr. Bo about using it. Thought it would be a good idea to save him some money long term. He will have to purchase the spreader, but long term he'll save on the fertilizer cost. So we have found one that we're interested in. It is used, but I think that it will be a good addition to Mr. Bo's farm. The other thing we have going on today is we have a demo being brought in from the dealership, sponsored by John Deere. So that's interesting. We'll see more about that later on today. But for now, we're just trying to get this picked. So we are up to 100 pigs. You can see they have slurry as well as 85 cows. And 360,000 liters of slurry there. So we do need to use that. And while we're here, let's go ahead and take a look at the map. And you can see that all of the cotton fields have been harvested. 17, 26, 27, 30, even the field beside the well down here. And then we're working up here in the field beside the silo. We're about to get this one wrapped up. So I am a little bit aggravated with Mr. Bo. He did not sell the cotton. The price had actually come up to $39.87, which was pretty good. It's not as high as it has been, but a fairly decent price. But he said he would not sell it for a penny under $4,000. So he didn't sell it. So we're sitting on a whole bunch of bales. Levi worked on pulling some of the bales off of the field as we were harvesting, and so we have quite a collection up there at the farm. So anyhow, we'll hope that the price comes back soon and we can get some of these bales, or all of the bales, sold actually. So I'm going to carry on with this field, try to get it finished up, and then we're going to probably go look at that slurry spreader and see about making a deal on that. And then the dealer is supposed to be over here after lunch, is what they had told us. So we'll see you back here a little bit later. Well, alright, it's a little bit after lunch here, and Mr. Bo actually took the big John Deere down to the neighbor's farm and picked up the slurry spreader. So we have got that now. Pretty big spreader, so it's going to take this big tractor to pull it. It's going to be a lot of weight in it. But the dealer actually called and said they were on the way as well. So they should be pulling up here very soon. I think I hear them. There they are. How about that for timing? We'll get them guys sorted out and see what they've brought. Alright, so the John Deere guys have pulled over here and they have got their trailer opened up. Really nice rig they have here. So what we're doing is they're demoing their precision farming technology. So they brought this little UTV. It's got the soil sample machine there. So they actually told me to go ahead and hop in it and give it a try. So let me get up here in the trailer here. And we'll hop in this little UTV and try and unload it without damaging anything. Easy does it. Easy does. Ooh, those ramps look a little wide for these tires. Well, here goes nothing. Oh yeah. That worked out just fine. We'll get this thing unfolded here. And head out into the field and start taking some soil samples. So the John Deere folks are in town. They're doing a precision farming roadshow. And so they did using the local dealer, since they have a knowledge of all of the local farmers. They reached out to Mr. Bowe and asked if he would be interested in trying it out. So he said sure. And so we are going to actually use this technology on this field and see how things go. Interestingly, I did notice that while I was picking this cotton here, it seemed like we're getting about a ton per acre. So I do want to see how this changes the yield of cotton. Be an interesting test. So we're going to head around this field taking the samples. The neat thing about this setup they have is it will actually analyze the samples in this machine, send it back to the laboratory via satellite, and then they will put together a report and map out the soil pattern of the field and send back a report, let you know what you need. Some pretty cool technology. Maybe something that Mr. Bowe wants to look at going forward. May help him with saving some money with fertilizer and lime, and then possibly increase some yields as well. So I'm going to take a couple more samples here, and then I'm going to head back over and park it and let Mr. Bowe and Levi give it a shot. Alright, so we're down here at the slurry fill point, and we're getting this thing filled up here. We're almost full. And we're going to head back up to the field. They did get the sampling done and have a pretty nice report on the field. So we're going to go ahead and try and bring up the nitrogen here before we plant. That should help save on some fertilizing cost. So if you look here on the map, it shows the different types of soil that they found throughout the field. And then it also shows the pH, which does look a little low, and the nitrogen, which is really low. So let's pull over into the field here and get started putting out this slurry. I brought up the little help window there so we can see what's happening as we start the application. Now, this thing does not spread out really wide. I think it's 14 meters. So not very big, but the tank holds quite a bit. We should be able to make pretty good progress on each tank. So the John Deere guys, they were running some numbers and talking to Mr. Bow, and got the little UTV and soil sample machine loaded back up in the trailer. I believe they're actually headed down to another farm nearby after they leave here. So Mr. Bow seems pretty interested in it. It may be something that he starts doing on all of his fields. As you can see, the slurry tanker, it was used, and it does need to be repaired a bit. We're actually only going 9 miles an hour. I think it should be going a little bit faster. May have to do some repairs on it to get that speed up a little. Let's check it out here. Where is it at? There it is. Yeah, 14 meters, and it goes 12 miles an hour. So that'll definitely need to be handled before they use this too much. It'll work for now. We'll get this put out and then see where that leaves us on the nitrogen. So I did talk to Mr. Bow, and he did ask me to stay on. He wanted me to stay and trying to help them along a little bit longer. But I think it's time that I let them take the reins. So I am actually, I've actually already got another job lined up, but I am going to stay on a few more days. We're going to get him squared away, and I told him what I would do is I would come up with a plan for him to work towards. Maybe some other items that I have found that would be useful for him to improve or change, and then I will check back with him. Maybe do a follow-up visit, see how things are going, see what kind of progress they've made. But I am still here for now, for a few more days. We got a couple things we need to take care of, and then it'll be all up to them. Alright, so I have finished putting out the slurry out of that first tank. So we're going to head down here and refill. I'm going to head back to the field and let Mr. Bow take over. He wants to give this thing a shot. I have some paperwork I need to go take care of back at the camper anyway. Come up with a nice little plan for them. Let's get this started here. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please be sure to give me a like. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click that button today. Help support my channel, help me continue to grow, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Go ahead and click that bell so that you can be notified and come back to watch the next episode here in West Texas. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.